Jesus fucking Christ. This Game Boy has definitely seen some better days. It's pretty dirty, it's got some tape to hold on the battery compartment door, and the screen is just, not working right now, I guess. Now, as bad as this thing looks, it's not impossible, and I think it's going to turn out great. So we're going to start by opening this up with a tri-head screwdriver. To open a Game Boy Advance, you need to remove the 6 tri-head screws on the back, and then the 1 Phillips head screw just kind of hidden in the battery compartment. With those out, the shell should pop right open. There's 2 to 3 Phillips head screws that hold in the motherboard. I'm not sure if there's always supposed to be 3, and I just happen to come across a few that have been meddled with before and they lost a screw. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Once the board was out, I removed all the buttons, and then I popped out the old broken screen. Well, at least this is a good reason to upgrade. I loosened the screen protector with a little bit of alcohol, and I forgot to take out these buttons, so I ended up launching them, but good thing I didn't lose them. With it disassembled, I'm going to clean it, but before doing that, I'm going to trim the shell to fit the new IPS screen, because it's bigger than this broken original one. I primarily use a Dremel and some trimmers to cut a shell, however some folks just use primarily trimmers or a knife. It's entirely your preference, just do it safely. With the screen hole cut a little bigger, I'm going to clean the shell and all these buttons. I used soap and water to clean the buttons and the shell, however those stains were pretty persistent and they didn't come off the shell, so I ended up using a magic eraser. Now, if you're using a magic eraser or melamine foam, whatever you want to call it, just remember that you're not actually cleaning the dirt off, you're sanding it off. This is basically a very, very fine sandpaper, so you need to be careful on some plastic shells and around some paint, or else you'll go right through it and destroy it. Now, with that being said, if used correctly, these have amazing results. This is the side that I haven't done, and this is the side that I did do with the magic eraser. As long as you're cautious, you're going to get great results. With the shell trimmed and cleaned, I dropped in the IPS screen using a double-sided adhesive to keep it in place. This screen has some button controls that require the select button, so I'm going to solder a wire just above the pad. And while I'm on this side of the board with my soldering iron, I'm going to put in an audio amp. I connected the screen to the motherboard, and then I returned those freshly cleaned shells and silicone conductive pads to their appropriate places. Now the screen's button controls also use the left and right bumpers, so I'm going to solder wires to each of those as well. Now holding down select and hitting the bumpers will adjust the brightness. And while I'm soldering on this side of the board, I'm going to put in a Dehum Kit. That's going to help to eliminate audio interference that the IPS screen might cause. With the new screen and audio upgrades soldered in, I'm just going to close up the shell and move on to the screen protector. I keep packing tape covering the screen until I'm ready to install the screen protector. This will just stop any dirt and debris from falling on the screen and trying to have to clean it off. And it really sucks discovering it after everything's together. The battery cover has definitely seen better days, however the owner of this Game Boy really wanted a rechargeable battery, so we're just going to end up swapping it out anyways. This Game Boy Advance was extremely dirty and broken. Now it's cleaned up with a brand new IPS screen, screen protector, and audio amp. Those years of dirt and grime have been completely erased, and this is ready for a new shot at life. I added a final touch and then I tested it out. This screen has 2 touch sensors. The top one will change the color. And the bottom one changes brightness. Holding down select and hitting the right bumper will increase brightness, and hitting the left bumper will decrease brightness. It turned out pretty good. Let's save the consoles. As always, I encourage everybody to learn with me. However, please don't imitate me without first doing your own research. And if you saw something that I did wrong or that you would do differently, let me know in the comments. We're all learning together. If you like this video or the build, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one.